Minecraft Tails and Snails is coming out and I am very upset! I don't get mad at Minecraft developers much, but by the most part, the things they add to the game have a certain brilliance to them, some sort of a spin that makes the experience uniquely interesting. It's just that this time around, the brilliance wants to take an incredible, needed feature, then make it absolutely and utterly pointless. Case in point, armor trims. With the newest Minecraft update comes the ability to customize your armor with a special item you can find in dungeons, temples and other structures. Each structure offers its own armor trim variant, they can be applied in variety of color onto any type of armor, and it's seriously pretty great! I'm personally especially fond of the one that puts a target on your crotch. Unfortunately, this whole mechanic is utterly wasted on the actual survival play of Minecraft. And that's what kills me about the 1.20 Tails and Trails update. Armor trims are brilliant. They are also utter garbage. So let's talk about it. In a game where you spend most of your time dressed in the most powerful armor just to help protect against the environmental hazards, Minecraft offers a really robust character customization where you can literally just paint all over your player icon. And with how much effort people put into their character customization, it was a real shame that up until now we just had to cover it all up with the really plain looking in-game items. This has been an issue for a long time, so to take one of the oldest problems of the game and tune it into a whole new level of customization was nothing short of genius. I even think it was a right call to make it so that the armor trims don't offer any advantage except for the cosmetic. If the armor trims you're wearing all had a specific effect on the gameplay, it would inevitably mean that some of them are better than others. Players would quickly figure out the best combination of designs and started all wearing the same stuff. We know this because that's what happened with enchantments. Instead, with the armor trims all being equal, it makes choosing which one to put on your clothes truly a choice. What's more, the trims can only be crafted off of another trim as a template. You can only make a trim if you already have one like that. This means that your look carries with it a lot of implications. If you are wearing the Desert Temple armor trim, it means that at some point you've been to a desert temple, or know somebody who gave you a copy. There now is a story to your character, and you literally wear it on your sleeve. This effect is amplified significantly in multiplayer setting. Having access to a certain design might mean belonging to a certain faction on your server, or having lived through an adventure with your friends. Even just killing the player with a trimmed armor set doesn't actually give you access to the trim template itself. You get their one set, but you can't make any more. But it also makes it a distinct, measurable trophy for killing that guy. This is all nothing short of amazing. Self-expression is one of the most powerful driving forces in online play. It's why game companies keep pushing the cosmetics into the paid-for territory. And this is the stuff you can get for free right there in your Minecraft world. I mean it with my whole heart when I say the armor trim system is brilliant. It's an incredible work of a game design art that the devs unfortunately made specifically to shoot themselves in the foot with. Because what's wrong with the armor trims exposes what has been wrong with Minecraft for actual years. Something we've known has been wrong with Minecraft for actual years. Something you have to struggle with every time you join or make a new survival world. Minecraft exploration sucks. Don't get me wrong, walking around and sightseeing is actually pretty nifty. But trying to get to a certain feature locked behind finding a structure? That's literal purgatory. It's especially evident in speedruns, where every speedrun attempt of the game hits a concrete wall as soon as the runner needs to go to the nether and find a nether fortress to get blaze rods. Same with the outer end. Any kind of excitement after killing the dragon halts to a crawl now that you have to slowly bridge over the void, desperately hoping that the game will throw you an end city with an elytra on it, and that your mate haven't stolen that elytra yet. And now, if you want to hunt down a particular kind of an armor trim because you think it will look cool on your helmet, you have to do that again and again in Overworld. Sure, the terrain and structures that the game generates are not truly random. They all are tied to the world seed you can enter before making your world. But how it is tied is obscure, and the seed itself, by default, is random. So the endpoint still stands. For the entire process of searching the trim designs, you have no control over your chances of finding one. How skilled you are affects only really how quickly you can get to the edge of any given biome, and once again roll the dice on which biome the game will generate next. And you have no way of knowing if you have gotten any closer either. There's no indication that the goal you've set for yourself is achievable at all. You can be the most Minecraft player in the world, but if the game randomly decides you are not getting a desert temple, well, I guess you're not getting your Dune 2021 Director's Cut armor.
What's in the box?
A 13-minute video complaining about Minecraft.
And sure, over the years, the Minecraft players have developed plenty of tools for previewing a Minecraft seed and locating exact place for every kind of a structure. You can make a copy of your world, go into creative and just fly around looking for it. You could use a locate command to find out exact coordinates of the place you're looking for. But that's rightfully locked behind the cheats option, isn't it? Because guess what? That's cheating. And let me be clear, I'm not criticizing you for using them. I'm criticizing Mojang for you to have to use them. Your Mine Atlas, your Chunkbase, your any outer program made by fans to preview a seed has been made by fans. It's not part of the Minecraft package, it's something you can only get on the internet. It could disappear tomorrow, but what I'm truly getting to is that it's not part of the intended experience here. The intended experience is walking forever on a whim of a random number generator. This situation is made only worse by the fact that every Minecraft world ultimately exists on a hard drive of a computer running the game. As such, the more you explore the world, the further you go from the place you spawned at, the bigger your world's file gets. A thing to remember when the Bedrock edition of the game can straight up corrupt your save if the file with it gets too big. That's why most servers you play on will have a world border set a certain distance from spawn, because one player can completely ruin the game for the entire server by simply walking too far. On top of that, to this day, multiplayer Java Minecraft doesn't handle generating new chunks that well, meaning that exploring a lot of terrain quickly actually ruins the playing experience of everyone who is online at that moment. Because of it, locking features behind exploration means dooming every single person who plays with a friend to straight up have a horrible time. And while yes, multiplayer lag is not something that the developers could realistically solve unilaterally, one thing the developers could do is not lock the coolest feature of the update behind making all your friends' play sessions miserable. Like, Minecraft is buggy, and it's okay that it's buggy, but it's not okay to force people into the area where it's the buggiest. But wait! What if you lucked out and your server does have all the armor trims within a reasonable distance and accessible? Doesn't just picking a map with all the biomes nearby solve this entire issue? Well, for one, that doesn't help anyone on the world from before the update. And for two, oh my sweet summer child. Let me put it this way. Have you ever tried finding an Elytra on a server that is more than a month old? With Elytra, Mojang nailed this amazing balance where getting your first one is an exciting adventure, while getting more of them is not really tedious because it's kind of no bother once you have an Elytra. But that led to this funny situation where the first guy to make it into the end doesn't even need to fight the dragon to steal every Elytra within the reasonable distance before anyone else gets there. If you join a world even a week after it has started, chances are you'll have to walk several thousand blocks to find your own set of wings. And this is an issue that emerged immediately after the Elytra's introduction. Players would snag as many of them as they can, even though they only needed one. Maybe they'd plan on selling them to the rest of the group later, but in reality the kind of a guy to raid all of the end for kicks is also the kind of a guy to quit playing the server right after. So all the Elytra on the server is stashed in one guy's chest and nobody knows where that chest is. It's the perfect example of the idea that if a player can do something to get an advantage, they absolutely will do it. Thanks to this Elytra paradox, we've known that any location locked feature in Minecraft is gonna suck to get to. And that was 7 years ago! That's how I know that in multiplayer you'll almost guaranteed to not find any of the armor trims before the one guy with all the Elytra on the server snags them. And if you are that guy with all the Elytra on the server, congratulations! You now have a ton of armor trims you don't know what to do with. Sure, you could try not stealing all of them, but why not? It's borderline trivial to do so. Most of the structures the armor trims appear in are generated on the ground surface and super visible from the sky. And there you have it. The greatest multiplayer feature Minecraft ever had is borderline inaccessible in multiplayer. The server code is simply not ready for players to explore en masse, the process of exploring is dull and uneventful, and the player dynamic recreates the exact same issue we had 7 years ago. Instead of a globe-trotting adventure to gain a story your outfit would tell, you get a stuttery walk to a temple somebody else already stolen from. But in all fairness, all of these are kind of issues exclusive to multiplayer. But what about single player? Do armor trims hold up when the world truly is no one's oyster but yours? Of course not. Why would they? The entire point of the armor trim is to show off and stand out from the crowd, and if there is no crowd, then what is the point of having one? If there's no friends around, then none of the social features work. Sure, it makes for a cool trophy, but it's still a trophy of what? You walking for a really long time? Or the time when you cheated and just looked up the coordinates on the Chunkbase? It is insane to me that in a game all about your decisions and what you choose to do with your time, to have something so diverse from the player's actual choice. Though in all fairness, nothing really is making you try and go find any of the cool armor trims. There's a tagline for you. Minecraft 1.20. Give up and do something else. Oh well. At least they didn't lock any of the technical progression that way. Oh wait! They made Netherite a template upgrade too! You find Netherite upgrade in the Nether, which is infinitely easier to traverse when you have a Netherite upgrade. This literally is the Elytra issue all over again. Ultimately, what's killing me is that all the things that would make armor trims inseparable with the Minecraft experience are right there in the game already. It's the getting to the done item that's the issue. You either can't find a single one or are rolling in them and don't know what to do with it. It's just a big disappointment that this really cool item will be left to rot in your chests, like the horse armor you found years ago. Such a brilliant thing, just sitting there, collecting dust like garbage. Oh look! The title! It was right all along! And at this point I feel I dragged the developers for long enough for you to ask, okay Zloy, well, what do you propose? How do we fix it? And honestly, I don't quite know how to fix the armor trim problem without also robbing the item of a lot of what makes it special. I actually tried really hard to come up with some sort of a solution for this video, but there is this one guy in Minecraft whose name is literally The Armorer. Maybe he could be used to make trims more accessible? You can keep the current system with the structures, but in case they're all raided, make it so a villager raised in a particular biome will sell trims inspired by it. Though I see how that would make it all the more tedious, and also villagers are just the worst. It's not my job to fix Minecraft, though Mojang is welcome to pay me, I guess. So let me know if you have any ideas in the comments. Maybe together we can at least brainstorm a fun data pack to fix this mess. Like and subscribe, etc. See you next time when I inevitably will make a video about the Netherite upgrade.